what's up guys? We are looking at Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd. So we're going to jump right into this intro here. One thing that I will mention right off the bat is we're going to leave fingers 3 and 4. Finger 3 on string 2 fret 3 and finger 4 on string 1 fret 3 on the entire time we're playing this intro. You could also think of it as the chorus because there's not really a lyrical chorus and this keeps coming back. However you want to think about it, doesn't matter. But you're going to leave those on the entire time. It makes it real easy to move around these other notes. And the chords that we're playing through the intro are all very similar. We've got a G major. That's fret 3, fret 2, open, open, 3, 3. And then we've got an E minor 7 that I'm just going to play from string 4. And I've got fret 2, open, 3, and 3. And then we've got an A7 sus4, which is the exact same thing as what I just played, except we're going to add the open A string. Open string 5, string 4 fret 2, open 3, and then fret 3 on string 2, fret 3 on string 1. So really just kind of like adding, subtracting one note with those chords makes for nice smooth voice leading. Yeah, just sounds good. So we've got this first little part right here where we're starting on string 6 fret 3, and then we're going to pick open string 5 and hammer onto fret 2, and then open string 4 and string 4 fret 2. Of course, we hear that come around several times, and then you're going to strum the chord that you're falling into after that. So in this case, it's E minor 7. So I'm just going to leave my finger there on string 4 fret 2. And for that strumming pattern, I'm just going down, up, up, down. You'll hear them do different things in the recording. You can kind of play around with that. Just know that in that instance, you have 2 beats to play around with. So you could initiate feeling the time that you have by playing with a metronome will help, but just doing 2 down strums. 1 and 2 and then fall into this next riff, which is string 3 open, string 4 fret 2, and string 4 open. So all of that together. I'll do the 2 simple down strums for now. And then we strum a G chord. I'm just strumming from the 4th string here, just the way we did on the E minor 7, and it's going to start all over again. Basically, that all repeats. G chord, E minor 7 chord, same riff, G chord. Now we're just going to slightly change that riff where we're going to come in a half a beat earlier. There's going to be one more note. So we start off the exact same way with our G chord, G riff here, E minor 7, that's string 4 fret 2, string 4 open, string 5 fret 2, string 5 open. And you'll notice that when I strum the E minor 7 chord, I came into that first note a little quicker. And then A7 sus4, and all that repeats. there, just to end it, I did string 6 fret 3, string 5 open with a hammer onto 2, pick string 5 open, and then just back to string 6 fret 3 into a G chord. So I'll play through it once slowly with just the simple down strums, and then I'll add the alternative strum pattern on the chords. We'll keep it at the same pace though. All right, here we go. E minor 7, G chord, repeat all of that. E minor 7, little lick, G chord. Now we're going into the second riff. Cut this strum a little short. A7 sus4. Repeat. E minor 7. A7 sus4. All right, and then let's go ahead and put that strum pattern back in. I'll keep it at the same tempo. There you go, guys. That is the intro slash chorus. And now let's do the strum pattern. Pretty simple. You'll hear little manipulations or variations in the recording, but this is more or less what they're sticking with. And it's nice to to get your transitions down and to learn the chord progression and memorize how your fingers are going to move. It's nice to be consistent, and then once you're really feeling the groove, you can start to vary it up on your own and just be creative with it. Always feel free to try a different strum pattern, but this one works pretty well. So it's just going to be a 2-beat strum pattern. Our chord progression is, when we come out of the intro, we land on a G, and then it's going to be C major for 1 bar, D major for 1 bar, A minor for 1 bar, and G major for 1 bar. And then that's going to repeat, except you flip the D and the C. So D comes first instead of C. Excuse me, D for 1 bar, C for 1 bar, A minor for 1 bar, and then G. And either you'll go through that again, or you'll go back to the intro, or go to the solo. It just depends on what part of the song it is. So that strum pattern is going to be down, 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 up, down, up. Now you hear me put a little bit more of an accent on my first down and my first up strum. So it'd be more like just to give it a little bit more life, and adding accents can really change up the groove or the feel of the strum pattern. So, if you're creating stuff on your own, I highly recommend to use that as a way to, create a different, just create more interest in the strum pattern, or have a different effect, however you like to think about it. So with the G chord, that would be, I'll leave the accents out for right now, and then I'll add them in. Down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, up. With the accents. the strum pattern with, or through the chord progression with that strum pattern. Starting on a G and going to C, to D, to A minor, back to G, D, C, A minor, and G. So on and so forth. All right, now let's get into the solo. So to start it out, I do a double hammer on here with fingers 1, 2, and 3. And that's on string 3, frets 2, 3, and 4. I think Gilmour may be sliding that. And I'd probably choose to do that with finger 2. If I did that, you could also do a hammer on with, have finger 1 on fret 2, hammer on with 2, and slide into the 4th fret. I've played it for so long that I have always done it with a double hammer on fingers 1, 2, and 3. So just do whatever works for you. It's going to sound good either way. And we're going to have that little intro come back several times. He's kind of using it as a little theme in the solo, which is a nice way to kind of create a storyline, something familiar. All right, so the first lick, we started out that way, string 3, frets 2, 3, and 4. And then I shift finger 1 to string 2, fret 3. String 2, fret 5 with finger 3. String 4, fret 4 with finger 2. And back to my index finger there on string 2, fret 3. So then I'm going to jump fingers 3 and 1 to frets 4 and 2 on string 3. Pick the 4th fret and do a double pull off. Right? And then pick the open 4 string. And then slide into the 2nd fret of the string 5. And pick the open 4 string twice. All of that together slow. Okay, in the second little riff here, we have some double stops. You could do this a number of ways. I'm going to use fingers 3 and 4, just like we did with the G chord here when we were hanging onto those in the intro. String 2, fret 3, and string 1, fret 3 with fingers 3 and 4. I'm going to slide those up to the 5th fret. And you want that to be a quick grace note slide. Then back to the 3rd fret. Lift your pinky off, put finger 1 on string 3, fret 2, slide up 2 frets, grace note slide again, back to frets 2 and 3 here, and then I'm going to repeat that slide, back to frets 2 and 3, pull off to open. So both times I did a pull off to the open strings. Pull off here, and again. So that together slowly. Okay, then we go back to this little double hammer on that I'm using here, frets 2, 3, and 4. That's string 2, fret 3, string 3, fret 4, and string 2, fret 5. And then bend the 5th fret and pull off to the 3rd fret. All right, so I have I leave my first finger in place there, bend that 5th fret with finger 3 on string 2, pull off, string 3 fret 4, back to string 2 fret 3, string 3 fret 2. And then here, I think he does a full step bend, but I don't know, the strings are not really allowing me to get up there, but you want to try and bend that up to a C sharp here. Fret 2, bend on 4, and then fret 3, string 2, fret 5, string 2, back to string 3, frets 2 and 4, bend again. So altogether that is. And I'll put that together with the other riff. Okay, and then our last lick is going to be very similar to that one. Start off with the double hammer on. Yeah, it's the exact same. String 2 fret 3, string 3 fret 4, string 2 fret 5, and then the bend is going to be slightly different. So I bend, let it fall, but I don't let the sound carry on through the fall. And the way I do that is just grab the string with the pick here and relax the fingers, and it'll stop that sound. Pick the 5th fret again and do a pull off to fret 3, back to the 5th fret, string 3 fret 2, and then bend at fret 4, string 3, and end on string 3 fret 2. So let me do that all together nice and slow. That's it, guys. That's all the parts. You just listen to the song, figure out where they fit in. Of course, you can always feel free to kind of chop it up as you see fit and make it your own cover. It doesn't have to follow the form of the studio recording, you know, bit by bit. You can make it your own. Anyways, let me know if you have questions about that solo. Just take your time with it. If you haven't done some of those things before, hammer-ons, pull-offs, they're a good thing to work on individually. And not just try and rip it off in a solo real quick. You know, you want to try and figure out how to get the fingers to move. So I'm happy to answer questions about that as well. But have fun with it and good luck. See you in the next video. Thanks.